Dr. Lynch, in correspondence sent to our committee on May 7th, 2014, Secretary Shinseki confirmed your statement that the interim wait list was maintained and destroyed, which you told House and Senate committee staff on April 24th, 2014. Is that correct?
That is my understanding, Congressman.
How and when did you become aware of the interim wait list referenced in this statement?
I first became aware of the reference, and I would correct the concept that this was an interim wait list. This was a work product generated by the VISTA scheduling system that when patients were canceled, it was generated so that we were aware of who was canceled so that those patients could be rescheduled. It was not a wait list. It was an interim work product.
Okay, Dr. Lynch, what is VA's current policy concerning its document retention period, specifically regarding electronic patient records under VHA's records control schedule guidelines? Do you know the policy, the current policy, sir?
Congressman, I don't have the policy available.
Under the Veterans Health Administration Directive 6300, it states, disposal authority is a legal authorization obtained from the archivists of the United States, National Archives Records Administration, for the disposal of records and recorded information. Next question for the entire panel. What was the reasoning for the destruction of said documents? I'd like to hear from the panel.
I'll start, Congressman.
Please.
It was my understanding that they were intermediate work products, that they had patient identifiable information, and that when their usefulness had been served, it was appropriate to dispose of them.
Yes, please.
I have not been involved in the investigation, nor was I present at the staff briefing.
So what was the reasoning for the destruction of the documents?
I defer to Dr. Lynch.
Why was the interim list not considered a system of record and maintained? Doctor?
I'm not sure I can answer that completely, Congressman. I think because records of patient cancellation are preserved in the overall record system, this was used as a process to assure that we knew who was canceled so they could get rescheduled.
When were these documents destroyed, Dr.
To the
Lynch?
best of my knowledge, they were destroyed sometime between late 2012 and mid-2013.
Did anyone from the VA or a third party conduct some form of verification prior to the list's destruction?
I don't have knowledge of that, Congressman.
How long was the interim list in existence, and are there any other documents currently in use? Like such lists. Are you aware of any documents currently in use, just like this quote-unquote interim list?
To my knowledge, there were lists that were used to transfer requests for care from the emergency department, as well as requests for care from the VA helpline. I believe they were referenced in the IG report. I believe that the IG also referenced that they were destroyed when the information had been entered into the electronic wait list.
The next question, who within the VA is responsible for the management and maintenance of VA's policies for record retention? Does anyone on the panel know?
Congressman, I don't know. We'll have to take that for the record.
Anyone else on the panel know? Can you please get back to me? Do you believe whoever it might be, whether it's he, she, or they, should be held accountable and penalized under VHA's own records controlling scheduling guidelines if found to have destroyed records without prior authorization? Who can answer that question for me? Doctor?
Congressman, I don't believe
they
I'm
be
in a
held
position to answer
accountable?
that question.
Anyone else on the panel? Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. I appreciate it. I yield back.